Hey everybody, Christy here with Soulful Aligned Human Design, and I wanted to answer a question. So, are you initiating, you have this great idea for an offer, right? And you want to put it out into the world, and you're really excited about it, and you feel like you've got all the pieces, right? So you feel like it's the right time. However, right, are you initiating or are you actually responding? Because for sacral defined generators and manifesting generators, in order for, or the most success is found, let me correct that, for creating something and having it sell is if it's in response. So how do you know that? How do you know if something is in response or if it's something you're creating? You're just generating, you're initiating it, right? Because initiating is a no-no. So, for manifesting generators, we can do that in a little bit different way by asking questions to initiate conversation. And it goes into deeper, but for the most part, when we create an offer, it needs to be in response. How can you tell? So there are a handful of questions that I ask myself in order to check in to see if this is something that I am creating because I just want to create it because I had this great idea and I want to just do it, or is it something that I'm doing in response? Okay. So the first question I ask is this inspiration? Is this amazing idea, right? Especially if you have open head ajna, you think almost every idea is amazing, right? Whether it's yours or not. If that idea is actually yours to offer open head ajna, or if you're getting this idea and is it out from outside of you? Are you responding to something outside of you? Like, someone wrote an email, you received an email, and they're talking about a certain topic. You're like, you know what? I have something to say about that. That is you responding. Okay. If you're in a group, someone asks a question to the group, and you feel like I have something to say about that. That is in response. Okay. If you see a billboard that says something, and you think to myself, I have something to say about that, then that is in response. Okay. I can answer that question. If you just are going through your daily routine and something pops in your head and you're like, oh my gosh, that would be amazing, I should do that. That is you just creating to create. Okay. That doesn't mean you won't use it later down the road, because I have a whole vault of information and product that I've created in the past because I did not do it in response. I did it based on my inspiration, and I'm just now using it in response. So creating is not a bad thing, especially when you have the time to create, then create. It's part of your process of learning how to create and master, right? It's going into that whole situation where you are starting to question, well, it's getting crickets. Why is this offer getting crickets? The question is, was it from outside of you that you're responding, or are you responding to the thoughts in your head? Right? Is it just popping into your head and you're like, oh my gosh, that would be amazing, I need to create that? Or is it, oh, I read this, I have something to say about that, or I don't agree with that? Then that is a response. Okay, the other one is, what is motivating your offer? So are you motivated by the fact that you want more clients to come in? You want to make more money? Is that why you're pushing it out there, right? And for sacral beings, pushing is a no-no, right? That's our sign that we're swimming upstream. And so are you feeling the need to put something out there for whatever that motivation is? Or is it more about you just want to create something to share, but you're going to be passive about it and put it on your website for people to access later, or whoever stumbles across your website? It's something that you're not actively pursuing in your marketing arena. In your marketing schedule, you're not planning on promoting whatever this is. You just want to create it and put it on your website. That's awesome. Another thing I ask myself is, are you feeling pulled to create it? Do you feel like uber excited about it and it's something that you just feel like you need to get out of you, right? Are you just pulled? You have the energy to do it. It's fun. It feels fascinating. You have all this information coming in. You need to dump it out, right? Create it as much as you can to see if it's fully baked or not. That is more of a timing thing, but it's something you need to get out of your pipes, out of your channel. So brain dump it. and then sit with it. And it's like, okay, so are you feeling pressure to put something out? Is that pressure coming from your head that you feel like you need to be putting something out there right now? You need to have, an offer? Or is it more, I don't really need this right now. It would be great to have in case I do need it, but it's not something I'm looking to promote. So it's like, or you feel under pressure to create, like doing. You feel the pressure to do something because you're not doing anything. So, and that's root. So it depends on what's kind of going on with you. And I would check in and kind of see how this lands, and to go through and make a little checklist of things you can ask yourself when you're going to create a product. Because if you're going into it with a specific intention, and that intention is to make money, and it's not a response, you're going to get crickets, you're going to be frustrated, which is a sign you shouldn't have done it. And it's going to be not necessarily a wasted effort, but there's something in this moment you could have been doing more suited and more in alignment with you than this. Okay. If you've got all the time in the world and you feel like creating stuff, then create. Go right ahead. It's when you feel the push to create and you create it with specific expectations that are not motivated by response. So sit with that. Let me know how that resonates with you. Drop a comment below and I'll check in with you later. Take care.